It was a statement game by the Los Angeles Dodgers as the Dodger faithful files out of Chavez Ravine. That'll only take a couple of hours. They are happy with the results inside. After game one of the National League Championship Series, Jack Flaherty was brilliant, starting what was a shutout. In fact, the second largest game one shutout in LCS history. And the offensive stars, take your pick. Back inside Dodger Stadium, Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, Matt Vasgersian. This was a thrashing, Alex, and I guess we can stop asking the question, do the Dodgers have enough pitching?
Well, I think they're taking it personally, and it was a complete domination today from the very first pitch of the game. This was a Dodger game, and there's so much to like, fellas. John Flaherty getting 7 innings. They're scoring 9 runs with no home runs, which I like because that means they're playing little ball. They included a bunt in there, no errors, a super clean, elegant game for the LA Dodgers.
John Flaherty pitching 17 into 9. That helped the Dodgers so much down the road because their bullpen get an extra day to rest. So coming out and pitching like that, that put them in a better situation, especially going back down to New York after tomorrow.
Yeah, I mentioned early on, in the pregame, that the team has to come out and set the tone for the series. And I think the Dodgers starters are probably tired of saying that they don't have starting pitching. And I think Jack Flaherty came out here, he set the tone for them. And sometimes it can be competitive amongst your own teammates. So now tomorrow, Buehler's going to come out and he's going to try to top what Flaherty did this evening. So the Dodgers came out and they set the tone in this series.
Well, on a night when the Dodgers scored 9 runs, as we mentioned a moment ago, there were plenty of offensive heroes. Moments ago, Ken Rosenthal visited with one of them.
Thanks, Matt. Mookie, coming off that emotional series against the Padres, what does it say about this team that you made this kind of statement tonight?
We're going to fight, man. We got a day off to kind of re-energize ourselves. And we're going to come out and we want to win. We're going to win a World Series. That's our mindset. That's our goal each and every time we step on the field. And we showed it tonight.
The pitching staff, the scoreless streak is at 33 innings. How difficult is it for you to believe that this kind of thing is taking place in the postseason?
Yeah, that's crazy because, usually you get some pitchers duels, but there's a lot of hitting going on typically in the postseason. And for our guys to do this, I'm not saying they're making it easy on us, but I love it, should I say.
Freddie Freeman, you had to catch him tonight when he crossed home plate after scoring. He's playing on a severely sprained ankle. How impressive is it to you that he simply is getting on the field?
I think everybody would be impressed if they saw what he went through and then how he's performing out here. Just to get ready, it's a lot, but it doesn't matter. One leg, no legs. Freddie's going to go out there and he's going to throw out some hits. He's going to be a professional like he always is.
Mookie, thanks. Congratulations.
We are joined by Max Muncy, whose 2-run single in the first kind of started the party. First of all, congratulations on the win today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Talk to us about that at bat. Kodai Senga struggling with location. What's your mindset when you go up there in the first inning?
Honestly, I just try not to do too much. I sometimes have a tendency to do too much at the plate, so I was trying to just dial it back a little bit, get something out there, score a couple runs. Although I wish I would have got one in the gap so Freddie didn't have to hobble all the way home. But, it was just try to make him throw up in the zone. Bases loaded, it kind of takes away his fork ball. He bounces it a lot. So in the back of my head, I knew after he threw that first one down, he may not go back to it. And so trying to just, stay nice and easy through the zone.
Max, that was obviously a huge win. Congrats on the first one and an enormous hit in the first. My question to you is, this team won 98 games, and you've been the best team in baseball for a long time. This team looks a little different. I know you guys met, you watched videos before, you played the Padres. What is it about this team specifically that you think has a chip on the shoulder to close it out?
I think it's just a lot of the stuff we've had to go through this year. We've dealt with a lot of injuries. We've had guys have some off-the-field stuff that have been really tough on all of us. We've been dealt some big blows, but at the end of the day, the clubhouse has come together, and it's made all of us a lot closer. And I think a lot of the guys that have been here, seeing just how the last couple of years have gone in the first round, is really trying to change the narrative and change the script. And that's just a bunch of guys coming together and saying, hey, we're not going to let that happen again.
Max, you were pretty, you guys were pretty animated in the post-game celebration the other day, yourself included. I like it, actually, but you mentioned the outside noise. How much do you guys listen to the outside noise, and do you use it as motivation?
No, we don't really listen to it, but, when you're in the DS, you have all the games on the TV, right? And so, all across the bottom line, every commercial, every time they go to break, they're talking about how the Padres are going to beat us. And, you know,
I picked you guys.
Did you?
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't even remember.
He forgot who he picked.
But so, like, you know, we don't pay attention to it. But when you're trying to watch the other games and, you know, watch baseball, it's just all across the TV rolling across. And so, you know, no one's really paying attention to it. But at the same time, when you see that just across the screen all the time, it kind of fires you up a little bit.
Hey, Max, congratulations on the win tonight. I always say that you and Teoscar give the balance to that lineup, especially having those big guys up front. You got to give the lineup a lot of depth. When you see a guy like Freddie Freeman playing the way he is, what goes through your mind?
Guy's a gladiator, man. He can hardly walk out there. He's you know, it's hard for us to ask him to do what he's doing every single day. But when it comes to Freddie, that's not even a question in his mind. He wants to go out there and give it his all. And, you know, it's nice when we have some games like this where we can get him out a little bit earlier. You know, give that ankle a little bit of break and maybe get him ready for tomorrow. But, you know, it's just having some depth throughout the lineup is nice. And, you know, everyone understands their skill set. And I don't think anyone's trying to be anyone other than themselves. And that's something that's really huge.
Max, you've probably answered already every Otani question there's possibly. But for a national audience that hasn't had an opportunity to watch you guys and Otani, how good is it to see him come back like he did in Game 1 against the Padres and step up in a big way again today?
Yeah, he's, you know, he keeps getting put in positions where people are asking something unexpected and unbelievable to happen, and somehow he quits. He doesn't disappoint. It's very rare when you see a guy not disappoint when he's asked to do something incredible every single at bat. And he's been that way the entire year for us. And, you know, early on he talked about he struggled with runners in scoring position, and he was able to just, you know, we kind of talked to him about it and allowed him to be himself, and he's been taken off ever since.
Hey, you know that you are one of my favorite players. Your body language at the plate reminds me.
You say that to every guy we have
Bro,
up here.
let me finish. Your body language at the plate reminds me of a good friend of mine named Jason Giambi. And because of it, I got to hand you one of my dog shoes.
These are going for big money on eBay right now, Max.
Oh, boy.
All right.
My dog.
I'll take it, absolutely.
Wash your car with it. Guy drives in 2 runs in Game 1 of the LCS. He gets a My Dog T-shirt here on FS1. Max, congratulations, man. Thanks for taking some time with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
Keep going.
We're going to continue talking about this lineup. And here's where I want to start. And Max is among the guys that benefit from this. At the start of the season, guys, there were 5 games played in Major League Baseball history where the top 3 hitters were former MVPs. 5 games in the history of the sport played like that. The Dodgers just finished a season where they played about 100 games where their top 3 hitters are former MVPs. This is everything we expected from this lineup on opening day, Derek.
You know what? It's a very deep lineup. You know, you mentioned the 3 guys at the top, but if you go through the lineup today, there's contributions from pretty much everyone. I've always said, even during my playing career, that the best teams go to the postseason and the hottest team wins. Now, the Dodgers were the best team all season, and now they're getting hot. So if you have that combination, you're tough to beat.
Yeah, let me say this, Matt, because I think something really important happened, and it happened as a blessing in disguise. When Rojas goes down, it allows Dave Roberts to move Edmund to shortstop and put Kike Hernandez in, who's been a Mr. October, a mini Big Papi.
That's right.
So sometimes things happen for a reason, and so far for the Dodgers, it's been a good match.
And it shows they're deep.
That's right.
That's
It
right.
takes more than just 9 guys. It takes the whole organization.
To your point, I mean, they've got Tommy Edman batting 9th in Game 1.
Yeah.
Switch hitter with Pop who can run. This is as deep and balanced a team as there is in the sport, Papi.
I'm telling you, and it was a quite Oscar tonight, basically. We comparing him what he normally do on a daily basis. Like, these people have a deep lineup, very deep lineup. And that gives you the opportunity. For example, if a guy like Freddie goes down, hopefully not, you have guys in the bench that can come in and perform. It seems like it never happened in a team like that because they have so much going on and that bench that can come in and make a difference.
Yeah. Matty, they have so many ways to beat you. I mean, my favorite subtle inning was Kike Hernandez goes the other way. They bunt him over. Next pitch, base hit, and 1 run, and it's an add-on run. They can beat you with the long ball. Tonight, they scored 9 runs with no home runs. That's even more impressive to me this time of year.
And when they get guys on base, and Papi, this is for you, Shohei Otani in particular, he is an absolute beast. When he smells steak, When he smells the RBI.
When he smells steak, baby, he's ready to eat it. Check this out right here. 6'8" with a steak on base.
Ken, hold on.
Oh.
For those people at home that may not be the biggest baseball fans and understand what you're talking about.
They know what a steak means.
It's a good call.
Okay,
Yes,
let me break it down
that.
for you. Let me break it doon for you. When I go to the restaurant, I always go for the best steak in the house.
And usually order 2 of them.
You ordered 2 of them the other night.
I did.
It means that when you go to the plate to hit, when you see running a scoring position, we call that a steak. And we go in.
But, Poppy, answer the question, why does everything have to be a food analogy?
Hey, man, come on, man. Give me a break.
Derek, I think what you were after there was an RBI, a ribeye steak. Is that what you were going for there?
You did a great job. I think you did a great job explaining that. I think you did.
By the way, don't sleep on Max Muncy saying he was trying to get Kodai Senga to throw up in the zone. Throw up in the zone. I mean, Senga it was really kind of hard to watch because he obviously wasn't sharp in this start tonight. He hasn't pitched a lot during the season for various reasons, and that kind of set the tone in the Dodgers' favor, and they never let their foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little surprising. You know, chalk it up at jet lag, whatever you want. You know, a little unfair to him. He hasn't pitched much, you know, lately, and, you know, you're sending him out there in Game 1 of the NLCS against a hot Dodgers team. But, hey, it's a series for a reason, right? This is one game. Whether you lost 1-0 or 9-0, you move on till tomorrow. The unfortunate thing for the Mets is it's an early game tomorrow, so things turn quickly.
I tell you what, I think he got away with less runs scored based on the way he pitched, based on the way he started the game. I mean, you're talking about you facing one of the best offensive teams in baseball, which is the Dodgers. And at the beginning, he walks on batters. He got in trouble. He gave up a couple of runs, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I thought that the Dodgers were going to score at least 6 runs in the first inning.
Yeah.
It could have been worse, for sure. Yeah. And when you have to face Shohei Otani in the first inning, things have a tendency to go south if you're a starting pitcher. Let's talk about Otani, because after the home run in Game 1 of the division series, Alex, he'd been quiet. Let's face it, came out of it in a big way today.
Yeah, he went 3 for 18 with 10 punchies. And what I was seeing, fellas, he was a little rushed. And when you're a tall guy, just like the 3 of us, like Otani is, it's imperative to be early on time and get that foot down. I'm going to show you in this video right here how he got the foot down early. Watch where the ball is and watch where he's already to hit. He can hit to right, center, or left. And when you're tall, like you're him, like 6'4", it's important to get down early and allow yourself to have a beautiful stroke that produced a lot of home runs this year. But when you're late, fellas, and you're tall, it's twice as hard. It's not like Altuve can be late. He can get away with it. We can't, and neither can Otani.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, we also have to give credit to that good pitching staff that the San Diego Padres has. Because we always say this, and we know this, good pitching can't stop good offense. It doesn't matter what kind of batters you are. Good pitching, if they are locating their pitches like they were, because that's what happened with Otani. Otani had to face Yu Darvish in 2 games. That's pretty much 6 at bat.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Yu Darvish pitched the game of his life, both of them. He located his pitches very well. He keeping off for balance, and that's when you walk into the I'm not hitting now.
And Derek, you made a good point about Darvish messing with his timing a little bit, and I think that caused a little disruption on Otani's swing. What'd you see?
Of course, yeah. I think, you know, he's going to mix it up. Darvish is going to mix it up. But I would just chalk it up to Otani being bored with no one on base. He's like, I'm not even going to waste my energy. I'm just going to go back to the dugout and wait until I have some guys on base next time I'm up. But, you know, when you have a hitter like him that's as talented as him, that can hit for average, that can hit for power, use all fields, it's just a matter of time before he breaks out. Look, we talk about this before. When you're playing in the postseason, everything is amplified. Now, if you go 2, 3, 4 games during the regular season and you don't get a hit, no one even pays attention to it.
Nobody know about it.
You do it in the postseason, it's a huge story. But I give it to Otani because there's something about him focusing. I don't want to say focusing, but coming through more when there's runners on base.
Everything went right for the Dodgers in Game 1. It started with Jack Flaherty. Let's talk about the starting pitching assignment for LA. So far this postseason, starters are averaging 4-ish innings a turn. Flaherty was brilliant in Game 1. The rest of the starters trying to catch up, but they had a guy out there today who really made a statement. LA area native, perhaps the biggest start of his career, and he was terrific tonight.
Well, it was 1988, right, where it was Hershiser who pitched the Game 7 against this Mets, complete Game 5 hit shutout. And John Flaherty had a little bit of bulldog in him today and answered the question, Poppy. First time in 4 years a pitcher not only completes 6, but he completed 7, which sets up that bullpen to be even more dangerous. Because remember, it's a 7-game series, not a 5.
Absolutely. It gives them extra day to rest. And by the way, what Jack did tonight, he looked like he was out there, okay, I'm going to use my stuff my way. Watch this. He was using his fastball, breaking ball, boom, locating it, keeping it down, especially with batter with 2 strikes, slowing batter down, and then he can use his fastball. He don't have an 100 miles an hour fastball. He was using the one that he had when he really needed. That's why nobody can catch up on.
And the other thing I would add, you said that he gets an extra day of rest. We talked a lot about a 5-game series as opposed to a 7-game series and not being able to use your bullpen as much in a 7-game series. Well, there were no stressful innings for the Dodgers bullpen. So now it's a 6-game series. So now they can go out and use their bullpen as much as they need.
You bet. Yeah, Jack Flaherty set the tone. He was outstanding in Game 1. He'll be bouncing back again in the series if needed.
Yeah, he was off. You know, he didn't have it. He didn't have the life on his fastball and a lot of balls out of hand. You know, non-competitive pitches. You know, especially the split. You could tell that the way they were taking those pitches, they were balls out of the hand. So definitely off today.
You know, it's easy and probably unfair to armchair quarterback this thing after it didn't work, but the decision to start Senga, despite having another option on regular rest, is something the Mets are going to have to answer to.
Well, Jack Flaherty was great on one side, which rested the bullpen. The opposite was true for the Mets. Now, fellas, we don't have the information. We don't know if somebody's hurt. They have the information. They know better than us. But from outside, you're thinking the Mets had 3 days to set up their starting rotation. You have Minaya on full rest. You have Severino, who hasn't pitched in 6 days. You have Quintana and Peterson. A lefty would have been beautiful. I'm wondering why put yourself in a hole. Senga was not good. And the reason he's not a good matchup with this Dodger team is the Dodgers do not chase. The Phillies chased. The Dodgers force you to throw the ball in the strike zone. And if you don't, it's going to be a long night.
Absolutely. And like I say, he don't have his command from the very beginning. He was all over the plate. His split finger, which is one of the best weapon that he have, was bouncing way in front of the plate. Like when you see your starting pitcher struggling like that, location-wise, especially against a team like this one, you have to instantly think about who you're going to put out there next, because it seems like he don't have it at all tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. We don't have all the information. We don't know why they chose him to come out here and pitch Game 1. Maybe it's something they're setting up further down the series, but he didn't have it. You saw Mendoza say he just didn't have it. This is a veteran, experienced team with the Dodgers. They're going to make you throw strikes throughout the lineup. They were forcing him to throw strikes, and he just wasn't. So it's unfortunate if you're the Mets because you wanted to come out here and win a game, but you have to win tomorrow because you do not want to be down 2 games going back to Citi Field.
You know, the Mets have played absolutely beautiful baseball for 2.5 months. And tonight, they looked a little bit out of sync a little bit. Maybe it was a travel. They came in late. I'm not sure what it was. But it was a comedy of errors, both on the bases, running the bases, balls, throwing the balls all over the place. And that's strange for them. But they need to get back to playing Mets baseball. Like Derek said, tomorrow's the only game that matters. Take this back to New York 1-1.
Senga ghost fork was more like a Casper the Friendly Ghost if you were a Dodger hitter tonight. Let's spin it forward then. And I would imagine, you guys tell me, having done this before, short turnaround that is in a postseason game. Day game tomorrow, probably good news for the Mets to get the bad taste out of their mouth immediately.
Could be good, could be bad. We'll see, because I tell you what, you know, there is momentum. Hitting's contagious. Good hitting, bad hitting, good pitching, bad pitching. The Los Angeles Dodgers are feeling good about their lineup. They're feeling good at how they're swinging the bats. They're feeling good how they're pitching. So they want to get back on this field as soon as possible. If you ask them, they would like to be a doubleheader. Just go right at it. Now, the Mets need to just turn the page, because when you're in a series like this, it doesn't make a difference if you lose 1-0 or 9-0. A win is a win, a loss is a loss. It may look bad, but you have to turn the page quickly and come out here and find a way to win a game.
Menaya has been absolutely outstanding for them. He had to come in tomorrow and set the tone for them so they can go back to New York one-on-one. If Menaya doesn't come in and pitch something similar to what he did his last outing, they can be in big trouble.
Derek, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. A loss is a loss, but a win is also a win. The way the Dodgers won, it takes great energy into tomorrow's game. The Mets have made 3 errors the entire postseason. They made 2 tonight, sloppy base running mistakes. I think it's great news, Matt, to your point about coming back as early as possible. They'll play at 10 in the morning. So.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Look, we blew them out in Game 3 in 04,
yeah.
Right?
Terrible example.
Yeah,
terrible.
But I'm just saying, and you came back. So that's why I'm trying to say it really doesn't make a difference. I mean, it looks bad. You're going to answer questions. You're going to hear about it. You're going to read about it. But a win is a win and a loss is a loss. It's a 7-game series. You need to win a game or lose a game.
Especially in New York, you're going to read about it.